Gen X guy here. We're going to do a market update from the couch. Yep, we're doing it from the couch today. Why? It's too cold outside, and it's going to get colder. As a matter of fact, when I'm filming this video is Tuesday night, and we're supposed to get about a foot of snow this weekend coming up. So I don't know what that's going to do to the Nashville area. I would think it's not going to be good. I know the Southeast is about to get hammered. And we did some prepping today. We generally have prepped over the years, but we have some loose ends and just making sure all of our devices work, and we've got heat sources and we've got backup power. And by the way, I suggest that you check up on all your survival and your prep gear for, just check up on it. I know some of my stuff's been sitting a while. Charge up your devices, charge up your phones, get your power bricks charged up. You got a generator, make sure you get gas for the generator. What else? Shovels, you're going to need shovels. Get your stuff in order. Take a little time to, go get gas and a couple 5-gallon cans of gas. Just be ready to go and have lots of water. All the things that would make common sense that you would need to get piled up. You might want to do that now. While having a foot of snow would be amazing, the last time we've had that in the South was the blizzard of 1993. And at that time, I had just gotten out of high school and was living in Atlanta. And I will never forget that. Of course, before we moved to Atlanta, I lived in Minnesota. So I was used to lots of snow, several feet of snow through the year, very cold temperatures. So when I moved down to the South, it was no big deal. But even though being from the North, going to the South and getting that much snow, that is just not prepared for it like the North is. So, and Nashville's probably a little bit better than, say, Atlanta or Georgia. They're probably going to get more ice, but that's worse than having a foot of snow. They're talking about an inch or two of ice in that area. That's just devastating. A foot of snow, that's not good either. And it could cause some major problems, but ice is the real bad one. So get prepared. Let me know in the comments below if you're in the Southeast, what area in the Southeast you're in, and what you're expecting. How much snow are you going to get in your neck of the woods? And while we're locked in, which it sounds like we're going to be looking for videos coming from me. So I'm going to have a lot of time to spend. And with that, let me know in the comments, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear my opinion on? What do you want to talk about in the videos? And we'll discuss that. Here's another note. I'm going to start live streaming on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock Central Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. And I'm going to do them every one a week on Wednesdays, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. And this will be a good time to come in and do a Q&A, ask questions. We'll talk about gold, silver, crypto, real estate, life hacks, the three things, right? Tech, money, and life. We'll talk about those things, answer any questions you have. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. So mark it on your calendar. I'll probably send out some reminders. I'll try to do this every Wednesday. So put it on your calendar. Wednesdays, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. Come join the live chat and let's chat. Or the live stream and let's chat. Gold surges to $4,800. And I just, before filming this, I saw a big old candle wick on gold. So is it going to stop? I don't know that it's going to. Gold and silver are telling us a lot right now. Things aren't going very well, and the market is speaking to us. And I think we need to pay attention and listen. And if you're new to the game and you're like, well, that's great, Gen X guy. I mean, I didn't get any gold and silver. Now this stuff went from $20-something to now it's almost at 100. What am I going to do? You're not alone. There's a lot of people that are in the same boat you're in. And, and I don't have as much as I'd like to have of either. I was able to get out when I saw it. I was able to get out in front of things when I saw the price of stuff starting to move on up. The trend was starting to go, and with all the tariffs and all of this macroeconomic stuff going on, I was able to get out in front run it, I guess, a little bit, but I still wasn't able to get as far out as I had hoped. So yeah, so we're at $4,800 gold. Will we hit 5,000? Yeah, I think we're going to. How soon? I don't know. I mean, it could be as soon as a week from now. It could be another month or two, but I think eventually we're going to see $5,000 an ounce gold, and it could be here quicker than we expect, and I'm hoping for it. I hope for it, but then I'm also concerned that there's some, this market's speaking to us. It's telling us something. Things aren't going well, and people are trading in their USD for gold, silver, Bitcoin, these hard assets. People are wanting them. So now let's talk about silver. Silver holding steady at about 94, 95. It's kind of been in that low mid 90s range. Hasn't really been swaying off that much. Probably a good thing. It's kind of consolidating here in this low mid 90s range. Back a couple years ago, if it moved $5, it was on a tear. Now it's like we're moving $5 one way or the other, and it's like we're consolidating. So it's kind of funny to see how things have changed. But I think you're seeing gold and silver are being repriced. This is the new norm for these assets, and will we see drawdowns? Sure. Will we see silver go to probably 70, 80? Probably. Gold come down to 4,000? Most likely, yeah. But none of us really know. So what do? You set money aside to invest, and you dollar cost average when we do get the dips, because I think over time, the charts don't lie. Over time, up and to the right is where we are. So now let's pivot, talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Bitcoin just fell from the mid 95,000, 94, 95,000, 96, 97, I think it got to. Now we're back down to 88,000. Why? It's the tariffs. It's following along with the market, the NASDAQ and the S&P and the Dow. They took a major hit today, and you're probably going to see this video the day after, when the market is probably going to rebound tomorrow. It's just like Trump does this tariff stuff and this Greenland stuff, and wanting to take Greenland, which, for or against whatever, the market just has a panic attack. People dump, and then they come back the next day and they go, that wasn't too bad. Let's go buy. And that's just kind of the cycle we're in. I mean, people they don't want to get out of the market because they're afraid they're going to keep they're going to miss the rise if it continues on. Bitcoin, it's holding on pretty well, all things considered, I have to honestly say. I'm heavy into Bitcoin. I hold it. I'm not selling it. It's not anytime soon. And so I'm looking at it as a buying opportunity. So any dip I get, I'm buying. So right now, I'm paying more attention to Bitcoin and buying that on the dip, and letting silver and gold just kind of run its course a little bit is what I'm doing. And I've said this in my videos before. I'm basically playing these things against each other right now. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Whichever one is down is the one I'm going after, and then when it goes up, then I slide over to the other one. But it seems like gold and silver just don't want to stop. So will we hit $100 silver soon? I think we will. It could be, heck, by the time this video posts, you might see a $100 an ounce silver. Wouldn't shock me one bit. Let's talk about copper. Copper could be the next move, and I'm looking at copper closely, making some plays on copper. I think it's as silver, the demand with silver and being used in all these devices and EV and solar panels and all that, just the industrial demand for it. The supply, we don't have it there, enough of it. I think they're going to start turning to another conductive metal, and that's copper. And silver's the best, but when it's expensive, you go to copper. So I'm looking at copper closely. I'm also looking at the gold and silver miners and the junior miners. There's a couple funds out there, or ETFs, that I've invested in. There's many of them out there, but GDX and SLVR are the two that I'm into right now. They're some of the biggest, most popular ones. I'm not looking to get crazy with it and all these fringe, crazy ETFs you can get into. And then the junior miners are some of your smaller miners. They're more risk, higher risk, but more upside. So I'm researching that right now. Haven't really put any chips on the table in that category yet. So that's basically what I'm doing. We're just dealing with macro right now with Trump. I mean, every time he does this tariff stuff, now it's all because of Greenland, and I don't, what's going to come of it. I think we're going to eventually get Greenland. I think he's going to have it one way or the other. He's getting it, and he's going to rock the boat to get it. So for whatever that's worth, I get the strategic reason for it. And look, if anybody's going to need to take control of it or run it and hold on to it, it probably needs to be us, because our intentions are well placed. So I'm okay with it. I get it, and I think Trump sees a lot more bigger picture here than many do. He knows a lot more what's going on than the average civilian American citizen. So I trust that he knows what's going on, and there's probably some really big and valid things going on that he's paying attention to. So then we have to look at the Supreme Court. Are they going to rule against Trump's tariffs? They were supposed to do it a week ago, and it hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what it could happen any day now. I'm hearing tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. But some people think that that's going to be good for the markets. But Trump says he's got other ways around it. So we'll see. I think that's why we're seeing the volatility. Every time Trump brings up tariffs and all this, the market just doesn't like it, and then it gets over it a day or two later and moves on. So anyway, that's the video for the day, guys. Just a quick market update, just some general thoughts, give you some updates on the channel. Again, live streams are coming on Wednesdays, 2 o'clock Central Time, 3 Eastern. I'm the Gen X guy, where I give you the unfiltered truth on tech, money, and life. That's my slogan. So you're going to start hearing that more. And so what am I here to do? I'm here to help Gen X, the millennials, and the Gen Z navigate the real world implications of money, like tech, money, and life. So that's kind of the premise of the channel, and we're going to go from there. So join me next Wednesday, and I'll just come in there, and we won't have a specific agenda. We'll just meet and greet and Q&A. I'd love to see you there. So thanks to all you new subscribers. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I would much appreciate it. Gen X guy out. See ya. Bye.